Okay, so you've got this folder full of code on your computer, right? And you're looking at it thinking, this is awesome, but how do I actually turn this into a real website that people can visit? Well, if that's you, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that whole process. We're going to take a standard e-commerce project and literally walk through every single step to get it online and open for business. So let's dive in.
You know, it can really feel like magic, can't it? That leap from a bunch of code on GitHub to a URL you can actually type into your browser. But I promise you, it's not magic. It's just a process. And today, we're going to break that process down piece by piece so you can see exactly how it all fits together.
To make this happen, we're going to use a super reliable set of tools called the LAMP stack. It's a classic for a reason. LAMP is an acronym, right? It stands for Linux, which is our operating system. Then you've got Apache, that's the web server that's going to talk to our visitors. MariaDB is our database, where we'll store all our products. And finally, PHP, the programming language that makes everything dynamic. Just think of it as our complete toolkit for this whole build.
And here's the roadmap for our little adventure. We'll start with the database, that's our foundation. Then we'll build out the storefront with the web server. After that, the exciting part, we'll connect everything and go live. And at the end, we'll even talk about what's next, how to get ready for more customers. Okay, first things first, we need a solid foundation. Every single e-commerce store needs a place to keep its inventory, right? You need to track products, prices, you name it. For us, the database is that inventory warehouse. It's where all the critical data is going to live, and we'll be building it with MariaDB.
Building this warehouse is pretty straightforward. We'll install the database software, fire it up, and then create a secure way in. After that, we need to set up a dedicated user. Think of it as hiring an employee to manage the inventory. And finally, we get to stock the shelves with our actual products.
Let's talk security for a second. Imagine our server is this huge building with thousands of doors. We call them ports. By default, every single one is locked up tight. Now, this command you see here, it's basically us telling the firewall, hey, go unlock just one of those doors for us, port 3306. That's the specific door that MariaDB listens on. It's like we're creating a secure, dedicated loading dock in the back, just for our inventory system. This way, the right services can get in, but we're not just leaving the whole building wide open.
Now, to keep that database secure, we're not just going to hand out the master key to everyone. Instead, we create a dedicated employee, a new user called ecom user. We give them their own password, and see that @localhost part? That's really important. It's like giving them a key that only works from inside the building. A simple but super effective security measure.
So we've hired our ecom user. What's next? Well, they need the keys to actually do their job. This command does just that. It gives them all the privileges they need to manage the data inside our warehouse. They can add new stuff, update prices, the whole shebang. But remember, only from inside the building.
Awesome. The warehouse is built, our employees ready to go. Now it's time to actually stock the shelves. This simple command takes a script that's just packed with all our product data. You know, laptops, drones, watches, and it just loads everything right into the database. And just like that, our empty warehouse is a fully stocked inventory.
Okay, our inventory is all set. So now we need the actual storefront, the place customers will visit. This is where our web server, Apache, comes in. Think of Apache as our friendly shopkeeper. He's the one who greets customers at the door and shows them the products, all with the help of his super smart assistant, PHP.
Building the storefront is going to feel pretty familiar. We install the software we need, Apache and PHP. Then we unlock the front door to let customers in. We'll make one small but important tweak to get Apache and PHP working together perfectly, and then we flip the open sign and start the service.
This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. If port 3306 was our secure backloading dock, then port 80, well, that's the big, shiny front door of our shop. This firewall rule lets regular web traffic, actual customers on their browsers, connect to our Apache web server. We're open for business.
Now here's a small but absolutely critical detail. Normally, Apache looks for a static page, a plain old index.html file. But our store needs to be alive, dynamic. It needs to grab the latest products from the database every single time someone visits. That's PHP's job. So by telling Apache to look for index.php first, we're essentially telling our shopkeeper, let your smart assistant handle this.
All right, this is it. This is the moment we've been working towards. The warehouse is full, the storefront is built, it is time for the grand opening. In this phase, we're finally going to connect our application code to all the infrastructure we just built.
So where's the actual code for the website? It's sitting in a GitHub repository.
And with one simple command, git clone, we can pull down that entire application, all the blueprints for our website, and drop it right into our storefront, exactly where Apache knows to look for it. It's kind of like airdropping the store's design right into the building we just finished.
This is the step that ties it all together. Our storefront code needs to know two things: where's the inventory warehouse, and what's the secret password to get in. So we just pop open the index.php file and tell it the database is at localhost, for now, and we give it the username and password for our ecom user. This is the final connection that brings the whole thing to life.
It's the moment of truth. Before we open the doors to the world, let's do a quick check from the inside. The curl command is like a tiny text-only web browser. By asking it to visit http/localhost, we're pretending to be a customer visiting our own site, just to make sure everything's working as expected.
And success! Look at that! The curl command spits back all the raw HTML code for our web page. What does this mean? It means every single piece of our LAMP stack is working in perfect harmony. Apache got the request, passed it to PHP, which then talked to the MariaDB database, grabbed the products, and built a web page with them. It works. Our application is officially live.
So our store is a huge hit. That's great news. But popularity brings traffic, and lots of it. So what happens when our one little server, doing the job of both the storefront and the warehouse, starts to get overwhelmed? We need to think bigger. We need to think about scaling up.
Right now, our entire setup is on what we call a single node architecture. Everything, the storefront, the warehouse, is on one machine. It's simple, it's fast, and it's perfect for getting started. But for real growth, you move to a multi-node setup. This just means we put the database on its own powerful dedicated server and the web server on another. By giving each part its own machine to work with, we can handle way more traffic and keep the site blazing fast.
And you know what? Making this change is actually pretty simple. All we have to do is go back to our index.php file and replace localhost with the new IP address of our database server. Then we just have to tell our database that the ecom user is now allowed to connect from the web server's IP, not just from inside the same building. It's really just like giving our shopkeeper the new address for the warehouse and updating the security system.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? You've just seen firsthand how to take what was just, well, a bunch of abstract code files and methodically build the real-world plumbing and structure to make it come alive. You connected a database, you set up a web server, and you linked it all to the application's brain. You made something that works. That, right there, is the heart and soul of web application deployment.
You literally just walked through the entire journey, from a simple folder of code to a live, working website that's already thinking about how to grow. You've laid the foundation, you've seen how all the pieces connect. So the only question left is, what are you going to build next?